So guys, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Another short stream today. It's gonna be like 2 hours max. Got a stream. Not much to do except dailies, and I don't really feel like doing the hangouts right now. I can do those later. Just gonna do the dailies and the events, and that's it. It's pretty boring. Streaming lately, I notice all my friends, none of them are streaming. I don't blame them anyway. I mean, there's much to play right now. Just didn't really. When was this restart? Like later in the week. On Friday. Rush. Yeah, pretty, pretty dull right now.
Let me scry. Shadows of Fate. By royal decree. thyself. Delve into destiny. Fuse is lit. By royal shadows of fate. Curses! Delve into death! Goes the ship down! Shadows of fate!
No rest for the wicked.
I'll protect us. Let me scry. Wings of darkness, come, sever night from. Written in the stars. Delve into destiny. Time for a light show. Let's dance. Here come the fireworks. Oz, reveal thyself.
Night Phantasmical.
Goes the ship down!
Cut down. This battle.
I'll protect us. Let me scry. Oz, reveal thy... Time for a light show.
Direct assault. Freeze.
Decided by destiny. By royal decree. Shadows of fate. Fire hazard.
The wrong test subject.
Fate is upon you.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
A festive reprise. Decided by destiny. Fuse is lit. Gotta watch it. Let's dance. Add astro. into destiny.
More!
Wings of darkness.
blade.
Come.
How's that, Gary? You win. I...
This realm is truly beginning to thrive. If you ever have any questions...
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them. Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted.
the sky.
Gather! Order guide you!
Judgment! Shiver! Power cord! Amp it up! Can't handle your drink, huh? Feel the beat! Lights out.
I will have order! Stabilize!
Time to rock! Yeah!
Tch.
Special! Yeah!
This is order!
Think you can bully me? Pyrotechnics! Hit! Ja! Yeah! Ha! Ja! Yeah! Hit! Draconic! Yeah! Can't handle your drink, huh?
Quake!
chase. Don't blink. Yeah. Speed of light. Written in the stars. Let me scry. Nowhere to hide. Incoming. I'm a little low on energy. This is long. Yeah. 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 Huh? Speed of light. With sword comes shadow. Born of ice and frost, blaze over. Fate is upon you. Don't blink. Yeah. Nowhere to hide. Incoming. All hail. No touching. Delve into destiny. Let the show begin. Decided by destiny. Cut to the chase. Speed of light. For Rex Lapis. Shadows of fate. Don't blink. Yeah. Nowhere to hide. Hey. Barbados, guide us. Judgment. Pyrotechnics. Punishment. Amp it up.
Stand clear. Unexpected outcome. Animo test 6308.
Wind, hear me. You can't run. Feel the beat. Judgment.
Stand clear. Enhanced animal module.
You can't run. Pyrotechnics. Time to rock.
Animo test 6308. Stand clear. A minor error.
Power cord. Barbados, guide us. Lights out. Pyrotechnics.
Access denied. This is long overdue.
Delves into depth with sword from shadow.
Incoming. For Rex Lapis.
Cut to the chase.
No touching.
Don't blink. Nowhere to hide.
Next on the agenda, incoming. I will not go quietly.
Don't blink. Hey!
I'll be fine.
Written in the stars.
All hail. Let's dance.
With sword from shadow.
Access denied.
Speed of light. Cut to the chase. Decided by destiny.
Born of ice and fog.
Don't blink.
Blade
glaze over. Incoming. Yeah. Yeah. Nowhere to hide. Delves into destiny. No touching. Let the show begin. Speed of light. Yeah. Let me scribe. Don't blink. Yeah. Shadows of fate, written in the stars. With sword comes shadow. All hail. Let's dance. Yeah. Speed of light. No touching. Cut to the chase. Incoming. Yeah. This is long overdue. Decided by destiny. Let me scry. Speed of light. Hey! With sword comes shadow. Ha. Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
At all or no? Or nada? Unless you left already. Is my mic disconnected? No, my mic's on. Can you not hear me? Mic is on, dude. Should be able to hear me. Can you not hear me at all? Mic is on, dude. Yeah, it says the microphone's on. Not sure if you can hear me. The desktop audio is on too. Yeah, I didn't. No, I didn't turn it off. too silent? What, you don't hear the game at all or nothing? What do you mean it's just, like, I have the game on low volume, that's why. Yeah, there's not a lot of people on right now. A lot of people in general aren't streaming very much. A lot of my friends don't stream. Haven't streamed lately. They've been streaming a lot less. I mean, I don't blame them, and there's nothing really to play. So, they're doing other stuff. I'm only playing this because I got nothing else to do. There's nothing else I want to play. I gotta wait till later in the week to play Melty Blood. To see if the update actually does anything. No, I'm just yeah. There's not really anybody on like right now. That's why I'm not talking. It's nothing much. I can't. I got no one to talk to. So yeah, not really much to talk about, man. Just wait until Thursday for Melty Blood. There's really nothing else. Just work. There's nothing really else to talk about. Wish I could tell you more than that. There's not much going on right now. It's been whatever lately.
There's no end to this.
By royal decree, fire hazard!
Yeah, other than that, how you been? Sorry, you been okay? Yeah, I mean, you got nothing to share. I mean, I understand. I think a lot of people, that's why a lot of people don't talk on my stream because they nothing really to talk about. You know? It's like, you guys, for one, know what I do. You guys know I work and I play games. You know, I don't really do a lot. It's not like I've done anything really interesting lately. I've just been working a lot. A lot of my friends are the same way. They just work. Just lots of work. And my taxes are coming up soon. Gotta start doing that next month. Start that in 3 weeks. Get my tax return, get my refund. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Nothing really amazing to talk about. No new movies, no new games. Nothing really of interest.
Up and
Who
away.
got? It's like Genshin's just been Genshin, you know? Like Genshin doesn't do anything interesting, you know, lately. It's just filler. The update was okay. Still nothing amazing.
Poking around.
What do I think of Under Night and Birth? It's a good game. It's not something I play, though. It's a good game, though. I'll give it that. It's definitely a very technical fighter. It's a very, very difficult game to play. It's not easy to play, for sure. Some characters are really hard to use in that game. But it's a good game. The only reason why nobody plays it is because the netcode is awful. The when they did the latest revision of the game, it just ruined the netcode for some reason, and then that's pretty much the end of that. And that was the end of that. It's really just the sad truth. Just a game that just kind of just fell into oblivion. Nobody plays it anymore. Just because people don't like the netcode. You like playing it, but you don't like watching it? May I ask why? Why you find watching it boring? It's kind of weird. Figure if you like playing it, you must like watching it. It's kind of weird that you don't like. Usually, when I can't watch a game, I can't play it either. Like it usually goes hand in hand with me. Like if I literally cannot watch it, I ain't gonna play it. It's just that's just how I am. I'm not gonna spend time like trying to watch a game that I don't like. I can't watch like I don't like watching Mortal Kombat, Injustice. I don't like watching Street Fighter. I don't like watching. There's like a lot of games I just don't care to watch. They just bore me. To be fair though, I get bored pretty easy. I'm a harsh critic. I mean, you know that of me. I'm like extremely harsh critic. So when I when I when I criticize something, it's like I'm really, 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 really negative about it. So I'm not exactly the most. I mean, I'm not saying I'm unfair, but I'm just really strict. So I give credit where credit's due, but there's a lot of stuff I won't touch because I just don't like it. But I'm very vocal about when I don't like something. I get irritated easy with stuff. Games like bad games and stuff games I don't care about irritate me really fast. Oh yeah, I mean that's any game though. That's any game you play, dude. That's not just Under Night and Birth, dude. That's any game you play. Any game has like a disrespect character that just trolls and just beats everybody. They do the optimal combos. Well, that's why I don't like competitive play that much, because competitive play, in my opinion, like meta and all that stuff, kind of ruins games. I don't particularly like high level play, believe it or not. I don't, I just don't, when I watch the stuff, it's just not fun to me. Like a lot of stuff that's high level play is not fun to watch. Because a lot of times you just see the same old shit. You don't really see much in terms of uniqueness. You don't see people like, using an awkward character or doing a setup that nobody else does. Like, it just seems like most of the time what you see nowadays is it's just the same old. So it's not interesting to watch because you kind of been there, done that. You've seen it. Like I watch a lot of players in the past, and fighting games now just aren't interesting to watch as much. That's because of a lack of creative freedom. There's a lack of expression, lack of there's more simplified mechanics. There's not a lot of room for doing what you want because the developers make the game in a way they want you to play a very specific way with each character. So that forces you to play most characters very similarly. So that's why you don't see a lot of variation in games anymore. Like you just see everybody just doing the same shit everybody else does. Because that's optimal. And that's what works. Strive is a perfect example of that. When you watch people play Strive, it's like most people play the same. Most people like you've seen one Kai Kisk, you've seen another Kai Kisk, you've seen one May, you've seen all Mays. High level May is the same as most Mays. Same thing with Eno. Same thing with Zato. It's the same shit. Same setup. Same you just don't see a lot of deviation because there is no deviation. So, and I believe it's honestly killed a lot of interest in competitiveness because people don't have that sense of creative freedom or expression, so they have no interest in being good at something. I don't blame them either. Like, why be good at something when everybody else can do it? Like, literally, you feel like you're a carbon copy of every other player. So that that honestly is a buzzkill. It kills my buzz to play fighting games like heavily. I have no interest in bettering myself. I have no interest in learning because why? Like, why do it? There's no reason to do it. It just I miss those times when the games were just they were just good games. You play them how you want to play them, and you create your own flavor. But back then that was more a thing because I think games weren't so restrictive. Now it's just we've gotten to that point because of accessibility and ease of access, and taking simplification, it hurts the game. And then a lot of players that are like the diehard fighting game fans, they don't play. That's why they stick with the old shit. I mean, at the same time, I'm one of those guys. I'm at the other end where I see the appeal of playing old games, which is all fine and dandy, but I want to play something new. And then all the new shit just doesn't, satiate my appetite. So a lot of times I'm struggling to find a new fighting game that meets up to my standard. Even Melty Blood, which it started off okay, and then I started seeing the problems, and I was like, yeah, Melty's gonna die. And then hopefully this update shuffles it up a little bit. I don't think it's gonna shake it up too much, just a little. I don't think it's enough. Like they need to make an amazing patch for when the next two characters come out in March or April. My guess would be more April. In April, I hope they really make some crazy gameplay changes to really spice up the game because it needs it. What was the last fighting game that I played that was a lot of creative freedom? No, I mean, DNF Duel has a lot of creative freedom. For today's standards, DNF Duel's pretty good in that regard, from what I played. It definitely has creative freedom. To a degree. It's definitely better than what we've had in most years. Um, Honestly, the last game that was just truly creative that I played that was an anime fighter was Million Arthur Arcana Blood. That was back in 2019. Actually, 2018. I think it came out in 2019 on Steam. I think it was 2019 on Steam. Let's see, Melty Blood. Million Arthur came out. Yeah, June of 2019. So 2 years ago. Actually, 2.5 years ago. This is the last, in my opinion, this is the last big creative anime fighter. The last big one. Unfortunately, the netcode is bad. The netcode is bad. That's the problem with this game. The netcode is not very. Yeah, the port's not the greatest. It has problems, and it's pretty much a dead game. Like nobody plays it, and they stopped updating it. Yeah, Square Enix fuck. I ain't gonna lie, Square Enix screwed up. Square Enix screwed up on this game, really bad. One, it was a silent launch. They didn't say shit. They didn't say when it was coming out. They were just saying it's coming, and then just out of nowhere it came out. Nobody knew. Two, it was too expensive. $40 for this game is a ripoff. At the time, this is a ripoff. I was like, your game's gonna die because no one's gonna pay that much for an overpriced fighting game. You know, the cheapest at the time was $30, and even then, I think 30 should have been the normal price. You know, it should have been 20 on sale when it came out. It's one of those games. It's like you don't really command that high of a price on a game when no one's gonna buy it. So, and then on top of that, the netcode didn't work day one. Netcode was broken. Like, you literally could not jump online. It was completely broken. They fixed it the next day, an emergency patch to fix the issue. But, yeah, it was just one of those things of, this game would, if they update the game so it's a little bit more optimal and they put rollback, this game, and they charged, like, they dropped it to $20, I think this game could get revitalized. I definitely think it would be. It's a fun game. It's just unfortunately the launch of it just killed itself. It literally died in like a week. I mean, hell, less than a week, like 5 days, 4 days. It died. I was streaming it like every day when it came out. I was trying to keep this game alive, but yeah, the interest dropped way too fast. You know, even on when it came out in Japan on PlayStation back in December of 2018. I think it was no, I think it was November. It came out in Japan, November of 2018 or 2017. Let me look. I forgot when it came out. Million Arthur. Million Arthur. Arcana Blood. Let's see. Yeah, it came out in 2017. Yeah, it came out in 2018. November. So yeah, November 2018. For Japanese PlayStation Network. When I played it, when it came out on PlayStation, yeah, I was playing the shit out of it. I heard the anime is really boring, from what I heard. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I never watched it, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I know. It sucks. You know, if you look at the Steam charts for Million Arthur, it died pretty fast. You can see. It's so bad it doesn't even have a. Wait, is it broke? It's so bad that we can't even load it. Oh man, that's awful. It's so bad. Okay, it's Steam charts. It's not. It's Steam charts being stupid. I can't. I think Steam charts is fucked up. Yeah, it doesn't read it for some. It's probably fucked up. I hated Blade Strangers, man. I thought Blade Stranger was awful. Yeah, something wrong with the game. Yeah, Blade Strangers I thought was fucking awful. I thought that game was really mediocre, hot shit. Hey, look how many people barely played it. It came out in September. It barely has. Look at that. 1, 4. All-time peak is 1. That's terrible. Hey, this game fucking dropped hard, man. Nobody cared about this game. Like, this game was fucking trash, dude. I hated this game. Also, Blade Arcus, another fucking piece of shit. Another. It's so garbage it can't even load. The games I'm like searching, like all games I want to search. They're not loading because they're just garbage games. My poor Nitro Plus Blasters. Game was fun, man. This game was fun. This game got so little love, dude. I love this. I love when this game came out in 2015 in Japan in December. Man, dude, I was stoked. I was stoked, man. I was like, this game was the shit. I was like, oh my god, I can't stop playing this game. It's so fun. Phantom Breaker, I'm sorry to say, I think that game's gonna die so fast. Phantom Breakers, I think that shit's Phantom Breaker, Omnia. Yeah, this game, I think this game is gonna die so fast. This game looks really bleh. It looks really like this game looks old fashioned as shit. It looks clunky, man. I was like, I don't like the way it flows. I mean, the graphics are okay, but yeah, the game fucking flow is awful. Like it's really clunky. It feels sluggish as shit, dude. Yeah, Kohima Enbu. What's up, Fear? How you doing? Kohima Enbu. My friend was playing it the other day. Rio Rai Rai. Look at that! 2 people! Another dead game, dude. Like, even when it came out, I mean, when it came out in July, man, Rio Rai Rai, only 100 people bought it. That's so fucking sad. Like, this game's okay. High level play is a little cancerous. But, yeah, this game just... It's fucking dead game, dude. Like, all these games are dead, dude. Nobody plays this shit. Like, I played it for a little bit and I quit. Because it's just like, the netcode's okay. For delayed base, it's okay. But, yeah, dude. Fucking awful. Yeah. It's so bad, I can't even load anything, but yeah, it literally has like 0 people playing this game. It won't even load. Because I bet you it can't load it because there's nothing to load. Oh yeah, Strive's the only one. Strive's the only anime fighter in, what, Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball, of course, people are playing because it's Dragon Ball, even though Dragon Ball still has like 1,000 people playing it. Still, for a game that has really bad netcode, it's still pretty impressive. Yeah, Strive, Accent Core Plus dropped. 63, 200 people. Still, meh. Yeah, Strive is like everybody's waiting for Biken. When Biken comes out, this will jump back up to 3,000-4,000 easily. Everybody's gonna run back to Biken. And then we got what was the other one? With Guilty Gear Xrd. Xrd has a decent amount of players, 200. It's not bad for how old this game is. And then, Tekken 7, of course, is really high. Tekken 7 is still doing amazing numbers. But Tekken 7 is just a train, man. That train does not stop. Tekken 7 is the king of fighting games right now. The absolute king. Nothing is stopping this game. This game is #1, hands down. This game, as old as this game is, it's fucking going on 5 years old. This game's still trucking. I gotta give Tekken credit, man. Tekken just destroys everything, dude. Yeah, Blaze Blue. Well, Central Fiction. Yeah, Central Fiction the hype kind of died down. It's the rollback netcode. While it did bring in a lot, I mean, look how many people have dropped off. It's already lost 80% of its player base. I think it was one of those. Oh, cool! It has rollback, which is cool. You know, I'm glad there's a lot of people still playing it, but you have to ultimately understand too. The game is still old, so I think there's a lot of people that just played it for the nostalgia, and they're kind of just done with it. So they're just moving on to the next thing. So that's a what a lot of fighting games. You have those games that are good and then they're classic, but at the same time, people want new stuff. I wish there was a new Blaze Blue. If there was actually a new Blaze Blue that was really good, everybody would be playing that. But since there's no new Blaze Blues, the best you're gonna get. And what, cross tag battle, which I think probably is cross tag battles. That's pretty sad. This game is awful netcode. When it gets rollback, I'm sure it'll jump up to like 1,000, probably. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near Blaze Blue Central Fiction's numbers. This game honestly did not do as well as people think it did. Like, it didn't do that well. This game did not do that well. Like it's even that's not that great of an impressive showing. Launch day, and look how fast it tapered off. 3 months, like fucking died. By 4th month, it was dead. It's just one of those things. But then it jumped back up for the update, and then it died again. That was the version 2.0, I think, or some shit. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, there's no other fighting games outside of that. Dead or Alive. That game did. Another dead game. Still a couple hundred people playing it, but it's still another dead game. Oh, it's a Virtua. I think Virtua Fighter. The Virtua Fighter's not on Steam, right? That's PS4, right? Yeah. Nothing on there. Yeah, but that's about it, dude. I mean, there's not really much coming out, dude. I mean, what else is there? King of Fighters, I mean, probably the most popular is, 13 or 14. 13 leads the charge. 200 to 300 people. It's not bad for how old the game is. 2000, man. Game is 2012, man. That's not bad for how old this gaming. The player base has been pretty consistent. Pretty consistent. Game is old as shit. But, then the King of Fighters, 2002 limited match. When they got the rollback netcode and increased the player base by a little small amount. Same thing with old 98 Ultimate Match, just a little bit. Consider how old these games are. They're really old. So, give it credit. I'm sure King of Fighters 15 will have a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, that's about it, though, for games. I mean, of course, Street Fighter. I mean, you all know Street Fighter, is pretty, pretty consistent. Ultra's still got a decent, like, small amount of players. Anniversary is dead. Nobody plays Cross Tekken. Cross Tekken's fucking awful game. Yeah, but it's just Street Fighter 5, and Street Fighter 5 still has as many people playing it as Strive, and it's older than Strive. So, this game's obviously not going anywhere. Still gonna be one of the most played fighting games. Star Wars? Battlefront? 500 to 1,000. Not bad. Yeah, let's look at Battlefield. Battlefield. You know, as garbage as this game is, look how many people fucking play it. As garbage as this game is. It's like one of the most hot garbage games of the year. And that many people still play it. Just sad. Like, just sad. Like, God, it's so fucking pathetic. But it's funny, Battlefield. More people play this one than the new one. That's people rebelling against the new one. Even Battlefield 1 still has a lot of players. Alright, Sora, you take care, man. Good seeing you, man. See you later. Peace out. There's still a decent amount of people playing Battlefield 4. At least these type of games have more player base. These have a bigger player base than fighting games by a mile. Halo Infinite should be, oh yeah, Halo Infinite's, yeah, okay. Like these kind of numbers is insane for a fucking game. Like, goddamn, so popular. So popular. It's crazy, man. Hey, man, the difference between a fighting game and this is just insane. It's like we're not even on the same page in terms of just the sheer amount of players. It's just unreal with these games. Fighting games are so small in comparison to first-person shooters. Boom. I'll play that new Dawn game. Doom Eternal. Good amount of people playing the multiplayer. It's more than fighting games. Oh, people still play the first Doom. Decent amount. Pretty impressive for games 5 going on 6 years old. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Ultimately, though, yeah, these fighting games just don't have the pull like they used to. They've lost a lot of their edge. Like, unless you're one of the mainstream fighting games, you're kind of just left in the dark. Unless you're Tekken, Street Fighter, or Strive, or DBZ, you kind of don't matter really too much. You know, mainstream doesn't care. Or Mortal Kombat. Yeah, fighting games lately, like I said, there just hasn't really been like a big market for like new fighting games, like new good fighting games. It's just getting a lot of pointless games that don't matter. Oh, what was that one game? Nickelodeon. Oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah. I forgot how you spell Nickelodeon. Stars. Let's call it Nickelodeon All Stars, right? I can't. Nickelodeon. Isn't that on PC, right? Yeah, Nickelodeon All Star Brawl. Let's see how many people play this fucking piece of shit. I hate this game. This game is such trash. Game was so fucking overhyped. So bad. Ouch. Ouch. This game died fast, man. Look at that shit. From October to November, they lost 95% of their player base. Jesus God, that's so pathetic. This game was such a fucking overhyped piece of shit. Like, God, this game was pathetically bad. Just people bought it and like, oh man, people were like trying to sell this game like it was all that. And I was like, dude, this game fucking garbage, man. This game is like nowhere near Smash's level. It's such a bad game. And finally people are starting to realize it's such a mediocre Smash Brothers clone. You know, just because of nostalgia. I'm like, dude, this game's fucking trash, man. One of the most trashiest games for fighting games to come out. Just short term fake hype. Yeah, it's like play any fucking other game, Brawlhalla, anything other than this shit. Game looks unpolished. Has no sound, no voice acting, and the fact that the fans had to put it in. But at that point, it's like, dude, nobody cares about the game anymore. It's already dead. The game is literally dead. You know, all it had, and then the stages, like, it has no items. It's the most basic form of Melee. The most basic form of Melee. People just buy it because, oh, look, it's fucking nostalgia. Put on the nostalgia glasses. I'm like, dude, this game's trash, man. This would have been fine 20 years ago. If this came out 20 years ago, it would have been okay. The fact that this came out now and what you got as a package, I mean, it doesn't have super moves, doesn't have fucking any team modes, like team mechanics. It's like, it's like Brawl, like Brawl or Melee with nothing else. Just the most bare bones package. And you know, when I saw this game when it first came out, I was like, oh cool, you know, because I like Ren and Stimpy. And then I look at the gameplay and I look at the stuff. I'm like, dude, this is just fucking Melee, except not as good. People trying to make it seem more than what it is. Oh, you know, another game we didn't find out. Yeah, fucking this game could rot. I can care less about that game. Oh yeah, Arcana Heart. We forgot about Arcana Heart. 12 people. Another dead game. Even when they brought out the Six Hearts Extend, didn't do shit for the game. They got a whopping like couple hundred people to come back to the game for the two new characters, and then that was it. That was it. The game's dead. I'm just like, ouch. It's such a disaster of a game. It's like, Arcana Heart's long overdue for a sequel. Like, I honestly got tired of them milking 3 so much. Like, dude, you need a new one. Like, make a new one. Like, make it where, you know, make a new one. Just make it, you know, fun. Make it better looking. Make it control better. But nope. Probably never see another one. I don't even know, like, what Team Arcana's even doing anymore. Like, do they even do anything anymore? Like, seriously, do these guys even do anything anymore? Yeah, Examo's suspended. Yeah, I remember it was Examo. And it became, you know, I loved Examo. Examo had a lot of cool little games. You know, they're kind of hard. They did Damon Bride, Aquapaza, Nitro Plus, and Million Arthur. And then they kind of just, and then they migrated into Team Arcana. But they don't do anything now. They've only made 2 games. That's it. They don't do anything else. I don't even know like what the future of this company is. Like, what are they doing? Like, do they do anything anymore? Besides the Love Max, extend. That's all they've done, which is just a slightly updated version of an old game. But they haven't made anything new. I mean, at this point, they need to just port all their games to Steam. Like, seriously, port Damon Bride additional game to Steam. Port Aquapazza to Steam. You know, uh, kind of Hearts already got that. But yeah, they got both of those games, and then add rollback to the games. Hire someone to put rollback in these games. See if they can hire a company to pay them some money to implement rollback, and then kind of like relaunch the game. Relaunch the game, and then charge only $20, lower the price. They could easily, like I said, port these two games. This has never seen a home release, so that'd be kind of cool to see this game actually get preserved. But yeah, port that to PC, and then again, Aquapazza to PC. Aquapazza's not on PC, right? It's not on there, is it? I'm pretty sure it's Aquapazza of PS3 only. So there's two games that, they never ported it to PC. So both of these should be ported. Along with, again, adding rollback to the fighting games. I know if they add rollback to all 5 of these, just a way to preserve, these games' history, and they can make a little money on the side. The games are already done. They don't have to add anything. Just add rollback. Just, honestly, if Nitro Plus and Million Arthur had rollback, I'd actually go back and play those games. Just to, kind of relive good memories of, some of my favorite fighting games of all time. I think a lot of my friends would play these if they brought them to PC. If they put rollback to PC, I think a lot of people would play them. But I don't know what Team Arcana's doing at this point. I really don't know if they're doing anything. They don't say shit. They just been kind of just in the background, just barely talking. Kind of sad, they used to, I know with Cross Tag Battle, they were doing sprites for that game. They were doing commission work for other games, but now it's I don't know, just what's gonna happen? This is honestly one of my favorite anime fighting game companies now. They've just really downsized. They're just really small operations now. They don't do much now. They're kind of just there. Kind of a shame. They don't have many people. They only have 30 employers. 30 people of employees. That's not many people. Really small. It's probably even less now because they downsized to Team Arcana. I wouldn't even be surprised if there's even less people now on this team. Yeah. Poor Team Arcana. I'd love to see them get back in the spotlight, make another anime fighter. But they're probably not going to. I guess at this point I can just having them update their games would be good enough for me. Just to have those re-released, but I just don't see them making another title. I just don't see it. I don't think they're not gonna do the resources to do it. It's not worth their time. It's just not something that feasible financially for them to do. If anything, they would get hired by somebody else to commission to make a fighting game for them. Kind of like how they did with Million Earth, because that was Square Enix that commissioned them to make that fighting game. That'd be the only way I could see them doing something. Other than that, it's like they're pretty much no go. So, anyways, I need to go to sleep, guys. You know, it was a short stream tonight because there's really nothing going on. So, it's gonna be the same thing tomorrow. Short stream with Genshin, and then same thing the following day, and then Thursday will be Melty Blood. I'll upload the new songs, and we can play Melty Blood over the weekend. See if the game updated to anything better. See if they fix the netcode. You know, see if that patch does anything. But I still think, even with the patch, I just don't think it's going to be enough to save it. They need to do more than that. It's just not enough. You really need to change the gameplay, spice it up, improve it. Not only have flawless netcode, you gotta have, you know, those two things I think are the biggest factors that are going to save the game. And then the characters will enhance the experience. So that's how it should work. But I'm not holding my breath. So don't be surprised if the update doesn't bring a lot of people. I just have a feeling it's not. I think it's going to be really, really small scale. You'll probably get 500 people jumping back onto the game to check it out. I don't think we're going to get any newcomers. I'll try it out and see if anything feels different. Maybe things will feel better, but yeah, I think mechanically the game needs to change. Like the parry system, the moon drive need changes, like major changes, and then maybe add some other stuff, you know. But yeah, those two system mechanics really need major overhauls, in my opinion. I think those mechanics are not as good as people think they are. They're good, but they need tweaking. They need major tweaking. The mechanics are they are in need of some serious revamping. And the current state of how Melty Blood is, I can't, in good conscience, say the mechanics are that good. Because I hear a lot of people complaining about Melty Blood's mechanics. They have valid points. They do make valid criticism. I agree with them. You know, Moondrive is busted as shit. Moondrive is so free, man. I really don't like Moondrive. Like in the way it is right now. I like it as a mechanic. I just don't like how it was implemented. They really fucked up on that Moondrive, I think. They were just like, yeah, you made this mechanic way too free. And then on top of the pairing is also way too free. Love pairing, but you make it such a meterless option that people are going to abuse. So I really don't like the fact that it's free. I think free is awful. It should not be a free option. It should make you have to spend resources to use it. So you can't just, because the problem is just, it feels like a lot of that stuff, you can't really put people in a situation where they spend all their resources and they can't spend them, and you're more free to get on their shit. No, you always got to keep an eye on the parry, you always got to keep an eye on the Moondrive, like, constantly. So it makes a lot of pressure feel really gutted and limited, because you're always put in check by those mechanics. So yeah, there's definitely something that needs to change. It messes with the flow of the game, like in a bad way. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, we'll find out in 2 days because it comes out. They said the 13th. It might be tomorrow technically because it's the 12th is the 13th in Japan. I don't know if they mean the 13th in America or do they mean the 13th in Japan. Because if they mean the 13th in Japan, that means tomorrow. The update will be out tomorrow, probably tomorrow night. But if it's not, if they mean the 13th America, it'll probably be out probably midnight on Thursday. So I'll download it and upload the music, have it ready, and we can check it out. You know, at least the music sounds really good. I'll give it that. At least we have some good new tunes. What's up, Razor? How you doing, man? What's going on? How you doing? Not much, man. I'm just talking about Melty Blood, the update coming out on Thursday, 2 days from now. So it's supposed to be a big patch coming out. It's all free too, which I mean, I'm glad it's free. That's pretty cool that the entire patch is free. All the updates are free. The new stages and characters are free. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty fucking cool. That's like for I think that's a nice gesture to your purchasers to like, hey, you know, we value you. You know, we want to show that you are support. You know, like, but at the same time, I hope they listen to the feedback and they're making those changes as needed. They really need to like change this game up. Played Metal Unit. Oh, that's cool. I was playing Genshin, but it's just dailies, you know, the usual boring shit. Come in. What's up, dude?
When you buy a game, like if I want to buy that,
Yeah.
what's this shit over here?
Oh no.
They push that.
That's a digital code and download it to the system.
We don't need that, right? I don't need that.
No, this is you just want to buy the disc. If you,
That's right. Yeah, that's what I figured.
are you gonna keep it for yourself?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just saying. I was kind of surprised because I have one. If you want to borrow it, I don't play.
I was just thinking when my friends come over, some have a system because I don't have any other system. I figured at least have one. It was a gift. Might as well keep it. I have good and decent amount of money, so
No problem. I was just
might as
asking.
well.
Well, I'm just saying because mine just sits there.
Why'd you buy it? Just sit there.
Because because of the shortage.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to have to fight over it if I don't need to.
yeah. Later.
Because I sold my PS4 already. I basically only had to pay $200 for the system because it plays all PS4 games.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, I got it just to have the backwards compatibility, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, I don't want to chance it because what if I want the system and then I can't get it,
Right.
and then I'm gonna be like, and I don't want to spend $1,000.
Yeah, no.
So, like I said, it's more than just holding on to it, just in case.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool, man. Should probably look at like places like maybe even look at it like because NBA 2K is kind of old though.
Everybody
22.
keeps talking about NBA. They keep saying that that's the first game I should get. All my friends.
You might want to
Everybody.
look at how much it is at like GameStop. Because I know GameStop might be cheaper. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was looking. I saw like $29, $30 everywhere, 32.
Because I know sometimes, you missed out on all the winter deals. They're like buy two get two free and shit. You could have got some deals, but you didn't know. So I'm just saying, but yeah, you might want to like shop around,
Yeah, I'll
look
check
at
it out.
eBay, because you might get a better deal.
Yeah, I'll check on eBay.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, you got Melty Blood. That's cool. You actually got it for your birthday. That's cool, man. Well, at least you get to try it out. Try it out when the update hits. You can get to play for free. Don't have to spend any money. I was telling Brewski about it, because he was gonna get this game, but then I told him about the auto combos, and he wasn't too happy about that. I kind of put a bad taste in his mouth. And I kind of don't blame him because I was like, yeah, the game, that auto combo system has put a bad taste in my mouth. I don't like it. I know you don't have to do it, but I just don't like the fact that it's there. It just pisses me off that it's there. Like, it makes the game feel cheap. Like, in the sense, like, I know you don't have to use it, but at the same time, I hate that it's there. I wish it was just a way to disable it. I really wish there was an option in the game where you could just turn it off. Like, I don't want it when I play it. I don't want it to be an option at all. I wish it wasn't there. It feels cruddy just having it there, you know? It's a mechanic that I think needs to not be there. You know, I think a lot of people would appreciate that as an option, just to say, hey, can I disable it? And when you play online, you set it as an option, as a rule in the room. Disable auto combos. Yeah, I hate DBZ, man. DBZ is like Marvel with auto combos. I hate auto combos, I really do. Auto combos just feel awful. Like, the only fighting game I didn't mind it too much is because it was only tied to one button and there was actually variations from it. And it wasn't very strong, but it was actually opened up for good pressure options, was Persona. Persona Ultimax had auto combos, but you can only do it with A. And the A could be chained into other buttons, but it could be used as a pressure tool. But you didn't have the combo itself did jack shit. It was like completely useless. That's why nobody did it. So, you know, it's like, I don't mind if it's like that, but when you make the game like every single button can auto combo, it just feels bleh. It feels awful. Like, the fact that you can button mash any button and get a combo is dumb. I don't like that. Grand Blue did it too. Grand Blue, every damn button you can button mash and get an auto combo. I'm like, stop that, man. Like, stop that. Like, I don't like that. Like, it just feels cruddy when it's there, you know? I just wish it wasn't there. Like, just take it away. Like, please. Like, and then it teaches people bad habits. It teaches people bad habits to play in a bad way. You know, and then you get people, like, when you play online, you fight people and they just button mash. It's like, it encourages mashing. And then when it works, that makes it worse, is when you make it an effective option. Like, that's even worse. It's like, at least with, like, Persona and, like, and King of Fighters 14, you do auto combos, you're gonna get wrecked. Like, you're gonna get destroyed. It makes me not want to play it. It makes me not want to learn. When you put auto combos in the game, it makes me not want to have to use my brain at all. Literally just button mash. Like, hell, a beat 'em up has more thought process than that shit. Like, at least a beat 'em up, I think, is more, you know, strategic than an auto combo game. You know, it'll beat 'em up. I only have like two buttons to fight with for attacks, but I think there's more strategy in that shit than there is fucking a auto combo fighting game. Yeah, it just doesn't feel good. That's ultimately the problem. It just doesn't feel good. It just feels it just feels lazy. It's a mechanic that just feels lazy. We got nothing better to do to get people to try to learn our game, so let's just put the Unga Bunga button. That's basically what it is. Because, you know, you talk about, oh, we want people to feel bad when they're playing the game. It's like, well, part of the process is learning. If they don't want to learn, that's not my problem. You can't force somebody to learn something. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot the names of the characters, but Grand Blue Fantasy is such a garbage ass game. It's such a garbage trash fighting game. I hate that game so much. It feels like it's such a cruddy like game that could have been so much better. It could have been such a way better game than what it was. It came out to be such a terrible game. Such wasted potential. It's like you have great characters, great roster, great uh, music, designs, but you made such an awful game engine and a awful netcode on top of it. So you got two huge whammies with it. It's like this game is trash, dude. I hate it, man. Such a boring ass game. It's so boring. Like I tried playing it, I was like, this game is so fucking boring. It's not fun to play at all. And then the updates just keep making it more boring and boring. They kept taking away shit, and I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, that's why nobody plays it anymore. That's why it's a dead game. Like, I don't even know how many people play it on PC anymore. How many people even play that game anymore? Kind of curious how many people even play Grand Blue anymore. Yeah, 230. I'm surprised this many people even play it. How did this go up? Why did it go up to 1,000? Weird. Oh, because of the character, that's right. The two characters that came out. And then it'll go back down to 100, 200. It's like, game's pretty much dead. This game just could have did way better. But, just, flatline, man. Phantom Breaker Omni, yeah, we were talking about that game. That game looks trashy as hell. I am not looking forward to Phantom Breaker Omni. That game looks like so fucking horrible. I think I have it on my wish list, but I'm gonna take it off. I don't even care if it comes out. It just looks awful. Yeah, I don't even have it anymore. I took it off my wish list. I don't even care about it. Like, literally don't give two fucks about it. It just looks like a clunky ass old game the game's gonna die in a week. I promise you. And it doesn't even have rollback, I don't think. I think it's just delayed based netcode. So it's gonna die super quick. Game's gonna die real fast. No one's gonna talk about it. No one's gonna play it. And I ain't even gonna give it a chance because it looks awful. It really does. Like I ain't gonna lie. I watched the videos, and I can watch match videos, and I was just like, man, this game just looks terrible. It really does. Like it has decent graphics. The backgrounds look really flat and uninspiring. And the characters models look okay. But it doesn't look like anything special. It just looks like a clunky ass fighter. It's just a clunky, really clunky old fighter. It's heavy, it's weighty, it's got a lot of lag in the moves. So it doesn't look very appealing to me at all. Like I watched it and I was like, yeah, this game is gonna die so fast. Yeah. Yeah. 2 years, it's been delayed 2 years, no rollback. Yeah, no rollback is gonna kill this game. Got delayed for 2 years. So yeah, this game, I agree, this game is gonna be fucking did so fucking much. Yeah, the game was 2012. The game is 10 years old. So you already know it's going to be an old game. It's going to feel clunky. But yeah. And like I said, I have no interest in this game. Like, I didn't mind the beat 'em up. The beat 'em up's alright. But I have no interest in it. So I'm not even going to give it a chance. I don't even care if it cost me $10. I wouldn't buy this game. Like, there's just nothing. It's just nothing going for this game. It really doesn't have anything interesting going for it. It just looks so fucking bad. Kind of Heart 3 is a better game, though. Even though Kind of Heart 3 is still clunky, too. This is way more clunky. I just don't care. It's got 4 characters. It's like, this is rebalanced and shit. I don't even care about that crap when it fucking plays like shit. It's like, oh, look, it has English voice acting. I don't care. Nobody cares if this game has English. Like, you're putting a feature into a fighting game that nobody really cares about. Like, I'd wish they didn't even bother putting English in it. It just seems such like a pointless thing to do. Like, I'd rather them make a new fighting game, like make it better, make it improve it, and leave it in Japanese only. I'd rather they have done that than just re-release an old game with American voice acting. And let's not put rollback netcode because reasons. They didn't polish it though. They put more into the hype of let's add characters and just English voice acting because that'll get everybody riled up. Like, no one's gonna care about this game. Like, this game is dead on arrival. Like I think this game does not have enough substance to to merit anything. Honestly, I'm guaranteed this game is gonna be dead. It's going to be dead in like 3 days. Give it that. I won't even give it a week. After that, doesn't have rollback netcode is gonna destroy this game. People are gonna get so fed up with it, refund it, and then I'm gonna see the reviews going, no rollback netcode, fucking netcode's garbage. Gameplay is clunky, and I can already see the reviews. This game will probably get like a mostly positive or maybe a neutral. Mixed. It's going to get mixed. Mixed or mostly positive. That's what I'm anticipating. It's just going to be it's whatever. That's what people are going to say about it. I think mixed is more likely. I don't know about negative. Because there's a fan base for the original game. Very small fan base. But yeah, it's just one of those games it doesn't offer enough. This game just will not offer enough. Like, even if they gave me this game for free, I'd review it, probably play it for 2 hours, but like, I'm so fucking bored of this game. Like, I can just tell you, it's just like, it's not fun to play. I can already tell just by looking at it. Like, I can feel how bad it feels. Like, it feels bad just by looking at it. Like, you can tell it feels like sluggish. And like, it's really goddamn choppy. The animations of this game are stupid choppy. it has that same like Blade Strangers. Blade Strangers is the same way, super fucking choppy. Yeah, like it'd be good if it was actually a good anime fighter. It was actually had some decent substance to it, but it doesn't have anything interesting. So, but whatever, I can care less. Game's dead on arrival. Don't care. Next. That's all I'm gonna say. Next. But yeah, we'll wait till Thursday when Melty Blood comes up. I think that'll be the. We'll see what happens if Melty Blood actually does anything with the update. I'm curious. I don't think it's gonna do a lot. I think you'll get probably like 500 people back playing the game because of the characters. But I think the game is like the changes that they're adding is just not enough to make the game better. So we'll see though. I mean, I'm gonna give them one more chance after this one. If this one doesn't pull through, the next update after this with the next two characters is really gonna be the determining factor because I think that's gonna be their last chance. Because if they can't do it by then and they can't really shake it up, make the game really something special, I think they're done. I think the game's gonna be done. I think they're gonna be like, yep, we're not doing any more seasons. We're done with the game. We're not going to do any more content for it. I have a feeling that's what's gonna happen. They're probably like, yeah, we're done with the series. Like, sorry. Just the tweaks and fixes to the game mechanics, like particularly the the like the bursting, the blood heat changes, the um what do you call it, moon drive, shielding, all that shit needs to change. It needs to improve, or in some cases needs to just change entirely because they're fundamentally broken. So if they could change them so they're more balanced and more, you know, or make them more interesting, like I think ultimately it needs to be balanced because they're way too free. They're like abusive free. Like, I don't like how abusive Perry and Moondrive is. It's way too free. You can spam it so damn much, and it makes the game. It molds the game in a bad way. Like it doesn't feel like a very well thought out mechanic because of how free it is. You go too crazy with it, and you have no restrictions. And it's like, okay, I don't want that free because then it just makes the game broken. And some characters like abuse the shit out of it because they get so much benefit from it. On top of that, the armor clash too. I think the armor clash system in this game, it's really stupid. The armor clash in this game is so fucking ridiculous. The fact that a lot of moves have just infinite armor, and they can just go through everything. It's like, holy crap! Like, do you even have to be respectful, mindful to anything anybody does? You literally just, oh, I'm gonna just do this EX move, and you're just gonna sit here and respect the shit out of it. Well, I just get free hits all day. It's so fucking broken. It feels decent length. The length's not too bad. It feels alright. It's just, I feel like, just those mechanics really make the game feel really longer because of how, again, the fact that there's no mindfulness when using them. It's just always, you're always popping them. Always popping them. It's like, shield always up because there's no meter cost. Uh, you get meters so damn fast, so you're constantly moon driving like all the time. Like you'll moon drive like 2 to 3 times on average a round, which is way too much. Like that's like a minimum, 2 to 3 times minimum. Sometimes even more. I've done it with like 4 or 5 in a round. That's way too much. So, and the simple change would be like just change it to where it requires at least 75% to 100% meter. Don't 50% is too cheap. I don't like the fact that 50% is way too cheap. I personally think it needs to be a full meter or at least majority of it. At least 75% or something. I just think that'll cut down on the frequency. And then make it where parries cost meter. I don't like the fact that parries are a meterless option. They're too strong. And they really stop a lot of shit. Like really, really bad. Meter gain is way too fast, yes. With the I'm talking about the moon meter. Moon drive meter is way too fast. You gain that shit really fast. It's full so quick. So they need to nerf that. It needs to be. It needs to be like I said. They need to. They need to make it where moon drive activation is at least. Oh yeah, it's hella meta. Moon drive is like entire meta of the game. Meta is like revolves around majority of the moon drive involves around majority of the meta in the game. Because meta is a pause button, like people say, it's literally a pause button. It's a pause button because it basically stops. You basically can just shut down anything someone does, and just react to anything they do. So it's like it just completely shuts them down, unless they pause button you back. So I'm just like, okay, this is kind of stupid. It's just the pause button. It's just I don't like the fact that it stalls the game. It's almost like Roman cancel and Guilty Gear. You know, with the slowdown effect. It's almost like yellow cancel from Exerd. Because yellow cancel, I hated the fact that it eat up your inputs. That was so dumb. I was like, so if you basically throw somebody's controls off by you doing yellow cancel, so it eat up their whatever dragon punch or whatever, it fucked them up. Personally, I think they need to make the moon drive not have that not have that slowdown effect or stall effect. Like remove it. Make it where it's kind of like a quick cancel and that's it. Like really fast. You know, because that's what it's essentially there for, is to cancel. Yeah, and the way it is now, it's just the fact that it stops the whole game, which is not good. So I think they need to stop. They need to take that out. Well, no, you don't even have to use it wisely because you use it when you can. You know, because once you're at half bar, use it. You know, incorporate into like a pressure or a combo, or again, or use it on the defensive and keep interrupting your opponent's offense. So, but the problem is if they have Moondrive too, then they just Moondrive you back, but then you waste their Moondrive. So it can work into your advantage because now you can manipulate when they're going to do it. It's like, oh, are you going to stop me, or are you going to just let me have it? So I don't know. I just think those situations need to be more mindful. So you have to be, because when you bust out a powerful mechanic like that, it should cost you a lot of resources to do. Not just make it where it's just, oh look, it's free as shit. Yeah, in a sense, but I think the way it's used needs to be changed. Like, I would like to hear some suggestions that would make it feel better, but just the current state it's in right now, I don't like the way it's utilized. I like the fact that it cancels any move, which makes it really interesting for pressure situations. But I think the whole eating up inputs and the slowdown bullshit, I think that needs to go. Because that alone makes it too strong. And then the parries, like I said, I don't like the fact that parries are free. Parries should cost you meter. Parry when you parry something, if you are doing an act, it's like Blitz Shield and Guilty Gear. That costs a quarter of your meter to do. It wasn't free. So, also, I think they need to make blood heat like the effect on blood heat. I think blood heat shouldn't be baitable with parries. I think the blood heat parry is kind of stupid. It makes the move feel very like like weak. Because people will just bait it, and they just parry, and then you're just fucking assed out. So I think they need to fix that too. I think blood heat activations need to. One thing that I wish it would have, and I think it make it a better option. They need to make blood heat a burst effect. So when someone's hitting you, you can use it to consume all your meter to push them off you to stop the combo. I mean, it costs all 300% of your meter, whatever you have. But I think that was a thing in Melty Black Cadenza. You could actually eat up your whole meter to burst. And I wish it would do that. I wish they would add that back. I thought that was a nice mechanic. It's like, hey, it's a get me out of this situation move, but it does cost you a lot of resource to do it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's times where I don't want the opponent on me. I want to be on the aggressive. I don't want to be on the defensive. So, so I think they need to make the burst have a little bit more utility. The blood heat. So a burst blood heat I think would be really good. It's good you can use it in block stun. When someone's block pressuring you and stuff, that's fine. But I think you should also be able to use it when you're getting hit. But just making it just a quick get the fuck off me. There's nothing they can do. It just stops them, and then it basically they kind of cost of all that resource. You're wasting your whole 3 levels of bar. That's going to take you a while to get that back. So it's changes that I think it would make the game a lot more interesting. I think the game would be more balanced. The game would be more interesting. I think the game would just be. It could benefit from those changes. And what I'm asking for is not a lot. I don't think all these changes I'm asking for, along with the removal of the auto combos and stuff, is not something. It could easily be done with a version update. They could easily do it by even by a May patch 4 months from now. They could implement all this shit. It's just tweaking things. It's like, here, change this, add this, change this. If they did all that, plus, perfect the netcode and add more characters, you got yourself a nice little game. It's like, hey, come back to this game. They improved it. Like, it's a lot better now. And people will be like, oh man, the game's so much fun now. So, but we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm gonna go to sleep, dude. It's already 5. I gotta get to bed. So, uh, yeah, we can. I mean, we'll see. Maybe they'll add some more text from other games. They should. I agree with that. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, it's been good seeing you, man. Like I said, I'll be back on tomorrow. It's gonna be the same thing tomorrow. I'm gonna be short stream. Just gonna be doing my dailies. There's really not much going on tomorrow, so it'll probably be like an hour stream, and that'll be it. But I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna relax a little bit and go to bed. So, but we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll stream it on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we'll see if Melty Blood if the improvements help. We'll see. I am curious about the new characters, but we'll see what happens. Kitty characters. We'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah, Len, maybe. We'll see. We'll see who the next two characters are. Because we got two more coming. Hoping they're also free. But I'm more concerned with the game the status of the game in terms of updating the mechanics and tweaking the gameplay. I'm more interested in that than new characters at this point. Because the game is kind of just the game is not gonna survive if they don't change something. So, we'll see, dude. Alright, Razor. Like I said, I need to get out of here. So I would talk to you some more later when she gets some sleep. So, but thanks for watching, dude. If you want to come by tomorrow, I'll be on. I think around 2. Probably stay up till like 4. I'll probably be up though. I'm not gonna stay up too late tomorrow. Thursday, I'll probably be up late, probably till like 6 or so. But we'll see. But anywho's, Razor, everybody else, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow after work. I used to play Len a lot. Well, we'll see what happens, man. I mean, maybe she'll come back later. Alright, man. You take care, man. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, dude.